Venom! All right, I think we are good. Checking audio. You always gotta check your audio. Where is it? There it is. All right. Okay, good. We're good. You're all good. All right. Side 235. What's up, Mike? Not much, man. What's up with you? Your boy just got out of the shower, so my hair is a bit messy. I shaved today. So yesterday, I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I ended up not. I was gonna do this yesterday, but I got distracted. The reason why I got distracted is because there's like a bunch of games coming out or being announced, I should say. One of those was a new Batman game, but it's like a VR game, I guess. So some people are happy about it because it's got Roger Craig Smith. So it's one of those things where it's like, can you get past that, or I don't know. I didn't feel the need the last time around when they did that same thing for the other VR Batman game. But I guess not VR. It's like a metaverse thing, or I don't know what they're calling it. But I don't know. It was definitely something that I was interested in, at least story wise for the Origins stuff. So I'll probably end up watching someone play it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll be so bored that I'll just be like, you know what? Why not? Let's try to see what that's like. I've never actually played a VR before. I don't. Some people have different experiences with it, so I don't know. It affects everybody differently, I guess. But yeah, no, a lot of new things. I think they're still announcing new games right now, so I think one of the reasons why I didn't go live yesterday was because I kind of was expecting, because I was on Twitter, which I'm not usually on Twitter anymore, but I was on Twitter, and apparently people have found me on Twitter again because I've been posting on Twitter again like a month ago, like about a month or two ago, and yeah, no, like I've been on Twitter again recently, and like all of a sudden I saw some leaks. Apparently, we got some leaks about some things they're gonna start showing off from like the PlayStation side of the aisle. So I was kind of, and then like because one of the leaks was that we were getting like a Lego Horizon game, and I was like, when I saw that one actually happened and was real, I was like, all right. I might want to wait for maybe tomorrow or something. Maybe they'll announce something, but as far as I can tell right now, there's not much else. And I remember yesterday I was sitting here and I was like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it tomorrow? And then I remember having a conversation about it with Nathan, and I remember being like, well, he was like, oh well, you could watch watch the game stuff, them showing. It's like I don't know if I would, if I was watching it by myself, honestly, a little bit, and I actually clicked off it a few times because it was dreadful. It was actually dreadful. It was so terrible to sit through. It was so annoying. And man, I was like seeing all these dudes, and like you see like these dudes, and they're like, you can look at them and you can tell that they're not very, not to be mean, but masculine. And I was like seeing their beards, and I was like, these guys make me want to shave. these guys make me want to shave. So I shaved today too. So I was like, oh, finally. I hate that beard. But yeah, no. I wanted to hold off because I wanted to see if any more of the leaks were true about what I was hearing. Because apparently there was some leaks saying that they're going to show off some Spider-Man, like Spider-Man stuff, and I was just like, okay, I'm waiting. Like everybody else on the internet lately, and we got nothing. We got nothing. Thunder, you look younger without the beard. I do look younger without the beard. I look older with my beard. If I did this yesterday, you would have been like, God, you would have been like, oh man, Mike, you got so old all of a sudden. I'm like, yeah, I know. The job will do that to you. But yeah, all right. Let me read off some of the comments here. Say 235. Hope I didn't force you to do live stream. No, I wouldn't say you forced me. You pushed me more to get ready because, I mean, I got up pretty late today, actually, which I don't know why. I think it's because it was raining, and I was like, I don't want to wake up. So then I just stayed sleeping. It was really, really weird. But no, it was more of a nudge. I took it more as a nudge, which I kind of needed because I kind of needed the push. But yeah. Thunder, thoughts on a 10-year-old Peter Parker showing up in Venom 3? Yeah, people keep talking about that. I don't think that that's Peter Parker. I mean, if it is, I'll be shocked. But I mean, the Venom 3 trailer in general, I mean, it was interesting. I would say that it was a good trailer. That movie has a lot of I should say my expectations for that movie are low, but they're actually high. And the reason why my expectations for that movie are high is because you just basically the only thing we know about the movie really, the only thing that the trailer really tells you is that apparently symbiotes are going to start invading Earth. So that's like the whole plot of the movie. That's all you really get from this trailer is the plot. They don't really spoil anything, which I feel like these days with a trailer it's very rare, which is what I was very grateful for. Because like for example, like a trailer like I don't know, Alien Romeus or whatever the hell it's called. I watched that trailer a little bit and I was like, that person's gonna die, that person's about to die. Like you could just kind of tell what was gonna happen, you know? Like at least with the Venom 3 trailer, you don't know what's going to happen. You kind of got an idea what could happen because of the title of not the title, but like one of like the phrases or whatever they use in the poster art of like till death do us part. So a lot of people are thinking that Venom is going to die in this movie or something like that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. But my expectations are very high, even though the last movie, my expectations were really high for the second movie. And then I saw that and I was like, this movie was just god awful. And now they're doing a third movie, and I'm like, okay, well, the trailer looked all right. Just like the last trailer looked even better. The Venom 2 trailer was great, but the movie was terrible. So the Venom 3 trailer looked interesting. It looked all right. I need to see. I need to wait and see. I need to wait and see the movie first. But my expectations are high because I was like, Web of Shadows, alien invasion, So like there's already a lot of theories about like who the real main villain's gonna be because you didn't get that in this trailer. You didn't get a main villain. A lot of people are speculating they're gonna do the Moreland guy or not the Moreland guy. Null, that's his name. Yeah, Null. I didn't read those books, so I have no idea what that character even is like. So that would be interesting. At the same time, one of the reasons why I didn't read those books is because, not just because of the fact that I only read Spider-Man books, but the reason why I wasn't really interested in it is because I never liked the idea of like the symbiotes having like a king in black, that story. Like, I just never was a fan of that idea. I just, I thought it was silly. I thought it was weird. I thought it was just them trying to like be like, oh, we're gonna build more off the symbiote. We're giving them a home world, and we're gonna give. How the fuck do they have a home world? They're supposed to be like a parasite, right? So why would they have a home world? Parasites. Then again, I guess you could say that about aliens, but then again, that's a species. I don't know. I always thought it was strange. That's why I never even thought about it. That's why I was like, okay, you know. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're gonna see. I did have a theory about how that I think the movie's gonna go, because we did see that the actor for Poison is still in here, so they're probably gonna do Poison. They don't want to show him off yet, which is fine. That's probably a good idea, actually. Maybe I think Poison's gonna be like the Deus Ex Machina of this movie. I think that because my memory of Poison's a little off, because I don't remember how powerful he was again. It's been so long since I looked him up. I haven't looked him up since Venom 2. It's been that many years since I researched that character. But if I remember correctly, I believe that he is very. I think he can kill symbiotes. I think Poison can kill symbiotes. So I think he's gonna be like the Deus Ex Machina to like. He's gonna like probably help Venom. At least I would like to assume. I expect to see Scream too. We haven't seen Scream yet, so I don't know. There's a lot of symbiotes we haven't seen yet. We thought we were going to see them in 2. We didn't see them in 2, so I don't know. This movie's got. I feel like this movie has a lot of higher expectations because of those types of things. And if they don't want to show off Scream or Riot yet, or who I said Riot. Not Riot, Poison. I actually did have a theory about why the symbiotes are coming to the planet. I think they're coming to the planet because I think that I think Riot lived, and I think he actually got to the planet and told them about it. Because doesn't that make more sense? Why they would all be showing up right now? At least I think it does. Because remember, we don't see him die. We saw Carnage die, but we didn't see Riot die. Like he we think he blew up in the rocket, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he lived. I don't know. That's just a theory of mine. There's a lot of theories you could have with what happened in the first movie and how this could probably link to the third movie or whatever. But I don't know. Those are just my thoughts on that. I'll read some of you guys' comments here. Thunder, what's up, Mike? You said milk. I'm not milk. Is it because I'm white? Is that a racism? Syed 235. How do you find the Venom trailer? I somehow liked it better than Let There Be Carnage, but I don't know about the movie. Also, they retconned that No Way Home post credit scene, which is stupid. That I feel like that was Sony's like fuck you to Marvel, because I think they really don't want to. I don't think Sony wants anything to do with Marvel stuff, with MCU stuff. I think Sony is looking at the MCU. They're seeing that they're not doing well. They're doing poorly, actually, and they're like, you know what? Fuck that. Take this symbiote. That's not happening. They're like, nope, we don't want nothing to do with that. Which is dumb because we're talking about multi-dimensional travel. Then again, I'm sure it's Loki's fault somehow, right? I'm gonna blame him for everything. How about that? No, I liked the trailer. I liked it. It was interesting. It did not put all its cards on the table. It just gave you the plot of what the movie's gonna be about. And yeah, no, it'll be interesting. I think my expectations are high though for this because I expect to see a lot of certain symbiotes show up, and I expect to see certain characters show up, certain things to happen. So yeah, I actually I was thinking about, speaking of Sony, I was thinking about doing a video, not a live stream, like a video about like basically just telling Sony of what to do, because a lot of people are talking about how Sony doesn't know what they're doing, and I agree to an extent. I don't think they know what they're doing. I think they have a plan, but I don't think that that plan is going to sit well with like your comic book audience type of. I mean, I don't think it's even going to work with the normies. Like people like Venom because Venom's like more of a household name because of Spider-Man, but I don't know. Like I feel like I need to tell Sony. I need to be like, listen, man. If you don't know what to do and if you're so confused, my advice to Sony: open up a comic book, read something. Like you have dozens and dozens of stories to adapt. This is not rocket science. It just requires do a little, and you can try to make that work. It's just a matter of how much time are you willing to spend on learning these things so that you could adapt it. And I think that's really the thing about it. But I don't know. Sony's doing this weird thing where they're making all these villain movies, which is very weird and dumb. And I never liked the idea. Like Craven never should never have been getting his own movie. Like I saw that trailer and I was like, that was terrible. This is not Craven. This is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And Morbius, we know about Morbin time, all right? We know about Morbin time. So they're out of touch. They need to understand that they're like Morbius should have been rated R. Hell, people are still screaming about Venom, how that needs to be rated R. I think Venom 2 should have been rated R, but it wasn't. Which wasn't even my problem with the movie, but it was part of it. I did say that in my review. I think that was part of the problem, but it's not the big problem of that movie. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think Sony really knows what they're doing. I think they might. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. We'll see. We just gotta wait and see. People are saying that they think Spider-Man's gonna show up or something, or we're gonna see Peter Parker or something. I don't know. I do not know. Here's the thing. I and probably many other people were probably like, well, Venom is in San Francisco and Spider-Man's in New York City, so technically it's fine because he could still be around. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, okay, well, if Venom somehow gets in New York, then, maybe we'll see Spider-Man. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas and theories about what could happen here. I feel like that this movie will have. I expect this movie to have a lot in it. I expect to see a lot in this movie compared to like Carnage or the first one. So yeah. Tom, what's up, Mike? It's sorry I missed your previous stream. No, it's fine, man. Say 235. Where is everyone, man? There used to be a lot of people on here usually. Yeah, I know. They got bored of me. They're like, Michael don't got it no more. He don't yell into a camera like I want him to. He don't yell about things anymore. He's all calm and cool and collected now. He's all brain, not brawn anymore, I guess. I don't know. Tom, I've had some rough times. I lost my 4K subs channel because my old SIM card vanished. What? You can't get it back at all? That's terrible. Comic Book King, I woke up late as well. I woke up at like 12 p.m. Yeah. Okay, so good. It's not just me. It's not just me. Good. Bro, what do you think about the new Superman suit? Oh, yeah, we never talked about that, did we either? We didn't talk about the Superman suit. Man, see, it's things like this where it's like, that's why I'm glad I got you guys when I do these live streams, so I remember these things, because it's like, I forgot. And it's funny how James Gunn never, like, he needed to do something immediately after that, and he did not, which makes me a little bit worried for the Superman movie now. Because remember, that Superman Lois show that was going on was really good. And him wanting to like stop production of that and like cancel it and all that stuff just so that we can focus on this new Superman would have been okay if that was not your first introduction to that version of Superman. Like you should have did something like what Zack Snyder did, where he gave you like an action shot, an action picture, right? And he should have did that immediately after. And I think that's what he's out of touch in that regard. He needs to understand, he needs to read the room. He needs to read the room, and he needs to understand that when it comes to Superman, people expect him to look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way. And if he doesn't fit most of that, then we have a problem. So, yeah. Thunder, the Venom 3 trailer is so confusing. It retconned MCU Spider-Man getting the symbiote, yeah. I will admit that for me is also the weird one, too. That one is admittedly also the weird one for me, too. Because how did you get here, mysterious black man? How did you get here? You know? So, I mean, unless they're trying to say that the Hawaii scene was not in the MCU, which would be weird, because it would mean that he's just kind of teleporting everywhere for some weird reason. You know what I mean? Oh, he didn't go to a different dimension. He was just teleporting around. Huh? I don't know. I will admit that's like the one thing that was confusing. Like, where did you come from? Is this the same multiverse? You know? Sae 235. They killed the post credit scene from No Way Home. Yeah, which sucks because No Way Home was actually really good. Tom, I was hoping for David Cornswet's Spider-Man. Similar look to John Romita's, sir. Yeah. Oh, wow. Peter Parker, I mean. Oh, okay. Ninja Spider 21. At this point, I'm convinced Sony is not taking their character seriously anymore. The whole symbiote horse was too random. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. It was a cool idea. It was random, sure. Because why just jump? Just Hulk jump it. Wait, can you not Hulk jump it? Is it too tiring? Tom, hopefully Venom can be improved. Then Andy Serkis was take. He shouldn't be in the CBM genre, yeah. Thunder, you never read King in Black? That's a goat story. No, I didn't read it. I just thought it was silly. I always thought it was silly. Like, we're gonna come up with this new story where he came from this planet of symbiotes, and they have like a king. Why? Like, I just thought it was silly. I didn't read it, so I don't know if it's good or bad or what, but I don't know. Combo King, the symbiote logo inherits its dragon image by sprouting wings out of Venom's logo. Yeah. I think it. Man, Venom flying. Oh, I don't know. Syed 235, what's your opinion on Deadpool 3? Because they're not releasing enough footage of it either. Either they're hiding it and it's so good or disappointing. No, I think Ryan Reynolds just wants us to be surprised. I think that he just wants to make sure that it's not spoiled. I think that he's just very sensitive about that right now, because he's like, I want people to be surprised in the movie theater. I don't want them to go to the movie theater and then they already know what's going to happen. So I understand that with that, right? But and with that movie too, like they're not really showing off too much. They're just giving you like okay, here's the basic villain, here's the villain, here's what it's going to basically kind of be about. This is what the story is going to kind of be about, and that's all you really need, honestly, right? And that's what you would usually get when you would watch a trailer. You'd be like, all right, do you seem like you're interested in this, yes or no? And if the answer is yes, then you go to the movie theater. And if the answer is no, then you don't go. And if someone tells you, hey, it was good or whatever, then you'd be like, okay, fine, I guess I could check it out, right? Kind of the classic type of mentality with that. Bro, do you care for X-Men 97? Because everyone was acting like it was the greatest thing of all time. Bro, I've actually been watching the original X-Men. I've been watching the original X-Men in the animated series. I'm on season 3 right now. I'm on the Dark Phoenix. So that's been a ride. That has been a ride. Man, I can't tell you. I was sitting there. I was watching. Dazzler showed up, right, and I was like, you don't have fucking blonde hair. And she had like this red short hair. And then like I was like so taken aback. I got taken out of the show for a second. And then like the next like shot afterwards, I see Gambit and Cyclops. And I'm like, I sit there, I pause it, and I'm like, Michael, holy shit. There's so many redheads in this fucking show. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I just realized there was like a bunch of redheads I just saw. I was like, wow, that's a lot of redheads that I've seen in my recent modern day timeline. But yeah, that was funny. Here's what I've been doing. I've been actually watching the old show because I've been trying to lead up to watching that, and the reason why that I have not watched it yet is because I want to lead up to it. That way I can judge it based off of, is it really as good as everyone's saying? Did they take anything from the original show? Yada, yada, yada. So that's kind of why I'm watching the original show first. I want to watch that first, and then I could probably watch that. I just want to like catch up, if you will. It's funny. It's so funny going back and watching that show because there's a lot of things in that show that is really different to like the movies, for example. Like Wolverine does not lose his memory like at all. Like in the TV show and like in the books, he does not lose his memory. Like he remembers all of it. And it's so interesting because he can remember all these characters from his past that can show up sometimes, and it just seemed a lot more interesting than when he knew who they were and he knew like the history and all that stuff that he has with certain characters and stuff like that, which is something that admittedly was poorly missing from the. Don't get me wrong, I love the live action movies with Hugh Jackman and stuff, but him losing his memory and like certain characters not being there and stuff like that is a huge misstep. It was a huge misstep, I feel like. Because it just gives him so much more character. You get to see him in different like situations, I guess you could say. Or like different not roles, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to describe that really. Tom, the bar from No Way Home, it's possibly a different universe, similar to background, long hair, yeah. Thunder. Ayo, I meant to say Mike. You said milk. You called me milk. That's racisms. I'm not that white. Crowd 1, hey man, what's up? Saeed235, I saw Madam Web and stopped halfway through. It's so boring. I wish I can get my 50 minutes back. Oh, yeah. Tom, Marvel's Russell Crowe would have saved it. What MCU did to him, yeah. I mean Craven to Thor 4. I didn't watch Thor 4. Did anyone even watch Thor 4, Love and Thunder? I didn't watch it. Bro, are you excited for Joker 2? No. I like the first movie, but I am. Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. When I saw Lady Gaga was actually going to be Harley Quinn in that trailer, I was like, just give me Margot Robbie back. Like, holy shit. Please just give me Margot Robbie back. She's a feminist and she's a lefty, but at least she's hot. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, she's a feminist, she's a lefty, but at least she's hot. Thunder, maybe Morbius and Vulture shows up in Venom 3. Maybe. Comic booking Craven out of all the movies is getting a holiday release. Why? Thunder, if you're more brain, then you have a better chance of asking out a chick. Yeah. Maybe. You know, you're right. Tom, not at all unfortunate. My old channel still exists, but I can't activate it anymore because it was locked, which I did during the Bitcoin BS. Bitcoin. Bro, low-key, I think Cavill's suit is better, but I like that he has trunks. Yeah, I can agree with you on that one, yes. Tom, funny thing is people are complaining about Venom movie because of not including Spider-Man and being anti-hero, but people are being hypocrite over Loki show. What is this? Yeah, I know, right? I'm okay with anti-heroes. Like the Punisher. Like Punisher is more of kind of like a anti-hero, right? I would say he's more of a hero because he's just killing bad guys, but I mean, like, is it anti-hero to kill bad guys? I mean, I guess it is because you're not saving them, you know? I don't know. It depends on your view, I guess. Crown One, when you said Homecoming was the most overrated Spider-Man, I'm shocked you didn't say the Into the Spider-Verse. Oh no, it is. Don't get me wrong, it is, but it was written better, unfortunately. So it was written better. Thunder, thoughts on the Wolverine popcorn bucket? You know, I think you're gonna see that bucket in the movie, the actual movie, and Deadpool's gonna like stick his dick in it or something. It's gonna be gross. Or maybe it really was a mistake. I don't know. Tom, oh Mike, look up who's writing Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh no. What do you mean by that? What do you mean, man? I can't. My internet sucks, guys. I'm lucky if I can live stream to you. I'll look it up later, or maybe I'll do it on my phone. Tom, oh my, yeah, I read that one. Thunder, the creator of X-Men '97, got fired for having OnlyFans, which is funny. You know what? I will say this: a lot of people, when it comes to, I lost my train of thought. Damn it! Because I spread out my mind. I'm trying to like look up this whole thing up right now while I talk. Your brain trying to go over here, but your brain trying to go over here. It's like it just breaks. Like, oh no, I missed both the trains. How did that happen? Who is writing Deadpool? Wendy Mullinox and Lindsay Mullinox, Logan Lynn. I don't know who those people are. I broke my brain just for that. I lost my train of thought just for that. Just to look up people who I don't know who they are. Anyway, Tom, Dakota Johnson looked exactly like MJ than Madam Web. Ugh, no, 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 no. Side 235 recently watched all my X-Men and Deadpool movies to prepare for Deadpool and Wolverine. It's going to make the experience better considering the Fox franchise will be rebooted in that movie. Probably, yeah. Tom, I don't think same actor or slash role in different universe would work to be so confusing. I don't know. Thunder, what's a lefty? A lefty is an insane person. A lefty is a crazy person. Syed 235, people who support diversity and equity, stuff like that. Left-wing politics. Tom, heroes doesn't kill where anti-hero slash villain can. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess it just depends on the way you look at it. I suppose Punisher would be an anti-hero in that case. Yeah. Crown 1, if you see Thor 4, you're gonna be raging like crazy. Yeah. That's why I don't want to watch it. It's like, listen, man, I don't care that you got Natalie Portman in that. Okay? I'm good. She getting old anyway. That's right, I said it. Crown 1, what's the stories issue of Spider-Man 2 PS5? Oh god. You don't want me to talk about that. Cuz if I do, we're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day. Which you guys probably want anyway, so Combo King, there's actually a Wolverine pool floating board where you have to blow in the Flash Wolverine's crotch. Why? What? 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 What the fuck did I just read? Tom, Deadpool Wolverine was written by Ryan Reynolds. Not bad, but Zeb Wells involved after She-Hulk show. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Google lied to me. The Google AI lied to me, guys. How could this happen? It's not like it told a bunch of people to off themselves. That's a real story. The Google AI went nuts, and when like you'd look something up, you'd be like, I don't know, how to get bloodstains out of your clothes. Maybe for YouTube, for the sake of YouTube, let's say, I don't know, you fell or something and your nose broke or something. You got all over your shirt, and you're like, I don't know, and then like you look it up on the Google and it says drink bleach, and it's like, huh? The Google AI is crazy, trying to kill us all. For example, like Josh Berlin's Cable and Thanos. Sorry, not sorry. 5. If Deadpool and Wolverine fails, then Marvel's also can't wait for The Boys next week. I'm done with The Boys. After the showrun was really about, I was done. Politics is motivation for creation is the worst things to ever happen to entertainment. That's a fact. Boxer, get out, man. What's up, man? Tom, did you realize Kurt Connor's actor played Hippie in Venom 3? I didn't, but my brother told me, which was funny, because it's like, I still didn't see him. Maybe because of the beard. I don't know. Tom, it's on IMDb. The Boys show is all about swearing repeatedly. This isn't rated R. It's PG. It's PGR. Yeah. That's a new one, huh? PGR. Can you imagine seeing that? Boxer, do you lost weight? What's that supposed to mean? First I'm racismed against for being white as milk, and then now people are making fun of me for being fat. That's some fucked up shit, man. Combo King, what do you think of Craven's design and voice in Marvel Spider-Man 2? His design and voice. He looks like Kraven. The voice is pretty good. That's where the positivity ends. Syed 235, how about Gen V? I didn't watch it. My brother did. My brother got scarred. He watched some guy's dick blow up and he was like, Michael, I'm never watching that scene again. And I was like, well, glad you made that sacrifice so I never have to watch that show. Tom, thoughts on Nick Cage's Noir? Yeah, that does not include Peter Parker. Well, Nick Cage's Noir Spider-Man is Peter Parker. It should be. It's just a different version of Peter Parker. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. No, we did have some controversy with that recently with the when they showed that off a little bit, like the title. There was someone on Twitter saying that Sony stole from them, like their logo for that. And so it's not the first time Sony's done something like that. That's what's screwed up. It's not the first time. They are on record for doing stuff like that. Crown 1, Kraven and Spider-Man 2, he just punched and brawls and shows no hunting tactics. Yeah. And robots. Oh, the fucking robots! I'm like having a boss fight with him, and then he just like throws in his robot dogs. I'm like, fuck you. Your boss is not hard. Your boss fight is not hard, man. It's easy as fuck. And I beat that game. Ultimate. Spectacular than Ultimate. Unbalanced piece of shit. There, you're getting what you want. You want the rage for that fucking piece of shit game? You know, the piece of shit game that people want DLC for? That they're just gonna ruin? They're not making no DLC. They didn't even make half their money back. It was 50%. Man, the sales for that was like 50% less than the first game. Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Say 235, I'm afraid Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be like the boys with swearing and brutality, violence instead of focusing on storytelling. I can tell it's going to similar. I don't think so. I mean, we'll see, but maybe we'll see. I'm not sure. Tom, Into the Spider-Verse is producing the show, said everyone wear the mask or whatever, which is why it's called Noir. It's not everybody if it's the same fucking person, just in a different multiverse. Just saying. Crown 1, yes, Mike. Rage on Spider-Man 2. yes, good. Let the hate flow through you. Boxer, do you please say that again? The video's man, the video just freezes every time I try to rage, doesn't it? Tom, original script of Marvel Spider-Man 2 was better than Sweet Baby Inksvert. Yeah. Man, you want me to straight up tell you one of the worst scenes in the game? One of the worst scenes in Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the scene where like Miles like sees Mr. Negative like break out or whatever, and then like people are just like falling, and there's like this turbine that's just gonna cut them up into Swiss cheese, and the real Spider-Man has to show up and save them because he's so angry at Mr. Negative he almost let people die. And then there's never even like a fucking like, you're grounded, you're done. Because you almost let someone die because you were being selfish, and you were being completely like tunnel visioned on someone you hate. It was the most infuriating thing I've ever seen. And this is a lot of they're like, oh, I like Miles Morales, the same Miles Morales that almost let someone get turned into Swiss cheese and die because they have an agenda. Spider-Man let him go because the people being saved is more important. He'll get, because he knows he'll get them later. He'll get them later. But these people are about to die. It was the most, that was the scene that even my brother looked at me and he said, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah. And people try to tell me this game's good. He never, and Miles, because he's black, never gets blasted for it because sweet baby. You know, sweet baby. The most racist, sexist consulting firm ever to be forced down our throats. It's fucking disgusting. It really, really is. That scene was where I really started to hate that fucking game. I was like, that scene should have been completely different. Like, okay, fine. That happened, whatever. That same thing happened, right? But then afterwards, when they're on the bridge and they're talking, Spider-Man would have been, and we all know when I say Spider-Man, I mean Peter Parker. But when Spider-Man talks to him and he says, listen, he should have been like, what were you doing? What were you doing? That person was about to die. What? We'll get him later. If you do that again, we're done. Like, that's unacceptable. Like, Spider-Man would be like, that's unacceptable. You almost let that person get turned into Swiss cheese. And not like die. I mean, like, he was going to get cut up by a turbine. Because he was being selfish. And then the story is so dumb that, like, when Miles does eventually catch up to him, when he gets captured by Kraven, and he has like a fight with him, he forgives him. He doesn't forgive him. He just lets him go. He like lets him go free. Which doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any. He never forgives him in this game, by the way, which he needed to. Again, this character is written so poorly. The first Spider-Verse movie I had to concede was written well. I like the character, but it was written well, right? I conceded that. This game, Marvel Spider-Man 2, on the other hand, is written so poorly that it makes it completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Like, there's no excuse for how bad this story was written. No excuse. The gameplay does not make up for it, by the way. Like, ooh, I get the black suit for like, I don't know, maybe an hour. And then it's gone. And then it's shortly replaced later on in the story by a anti-Venom suit, which was the stupidest thing in the world. Oh, there's a little bit of the symbiote still in him. What? What shit? You're just making shit up at this point. Like, it was the most stupidest thing in the world. Everything, man. Like, there's no words. There's really, really no words to describe it. It's really, really bad. Like, I do not understand why. There's a difference between, like, consulting versus poorly writing. There's a difference between, like, okay, you know, so-and-so's angry about something but they don't learn a lesson. They don't learn. There's no lesson to be learned here. No one ever learns their lesson because it's just talked down to Peter Parker because he's white. Even though, I remember that scene, like that scene where like Peter actually starts snapping at MJ and Harry. Like there was only one thing about that scene I disagreed with him on, and it was how about you pop some more pills and then tell me how you're really feeling. That was the only part of when he was bitching, when he was yelling at Harry and MJ, that I was like, you're right. You are the hero here. You are the good guy here. You're the one busting. You're the one who goes out every fucking day, risk your fucking life, only to come home, not even get tucked into bed by your fucking bitch of an ex who don't love you. And it was funny and ironic in that fucking carnival scene where they take the stupid love test game or whatever at that, and they fail it, and it was hilarious because I was like, yeah, yeah, she gotta go. This version of MJ, man, this version of MJ is the worst MJ I've ever seen. It is. God, and then the fucking part where you gotta play as her. The part where you gotta play as her. And then, God. Do you know how difficult it is to fight the symbiotes in this game? Especially on harder difficulty? It's more the brutes. But like, MJ gets a boss fight with one of the big brutes symbiotes, and it's like, how are you not dead? It was just so dumb. It was so dumb. Everything about that story was dumb. All the lead up to it was dumb. There's too many mistakes. There's way too many poorly written mistakes. There's no excuse for it. None. I'm not even sure how you can even continue. Like, it's really that bad. So, like, when people keep thinking they're going to get DLC, bullshit. The game probably did way worse than the first one. You have to remember, they probably have to pay Sweet Baby for their work. Probably. Which probably a couple $100,000. Which is a grift, by the way. Because you don't hire Sweet Baby to make your game better, you hire them to make your game worse. As evidence with Suicide Squad and Alan Wake 2 and, well, not God of War Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok just has a little bit of issue, just like a one or two issues. But like, because they didn't let them get their full grasp on that one. But Marvel Spider-Man 2, they did. And it shows. And it fucking shows. And sometimes it even felt like I don't know, like, it even felt like sometimes, like, things weren't always connecting well. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to rant about it anymore, but I mean, like, it was just a fucking slog, man. It took me 27, you want to know? Okay. It took me 27 hours, roughly, to beat Marvel Spider-Man 2. It took me an extra maybe 3 hours to platinum it. So I platinumed it within 30 hours, maybe. Do you know how long it took me to platinum the first game? It took me like a lot longer than that. It took me maybe like 60, 70 hours to platinum that one. Maybe even more. Like, when we say this game is cut short, it is cut short. Like, it is just painful how cut this game is to its soul. Like, it's not excusable at all. It's no excusable for it to have been this bad. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from this shit. Move on. And I'm gonna probably jump back into it and read these comments. Oh God. Say 235, Mike, your internet can handle your rage. I know. It's part of the reason why I don't really like to rage too much. Tom, the scene where Peter honoring Aunt May for feast into May. Don't look. There were some good. Okay. I think my favorite part in the game, because I just spent the last like 20 minutes bitching about the game. I would say my favorite part of the game is where he's like sitting with the old grandpa guy and he's like talking about his love life, essentially. Peter's love life. I also really like the part with Howard. I think most people can agree like those are like the really like the side missions. Some of the side missions, by that I mean like 2 or 3 of them that were like, oh, these are actually genuinely really good. This is the level of quality we expect, right? Like and I actually did. I got a little emotional with the old grandpa guy. I did, because that one was written really, really well. And then when he played, when playing that as Peter was perfect because it just fits so well. Like there's a few moments when it's done really well. Some of the black suit scenes are done very well, but it's overshadowed by all of its story narrative mistakes. That is the biggest issue, is its narrative. Anybody on the internet can tell you that. The biggest issue with that game is its main narrative, and that's a fact. And a lot of people, that can be the main problem, or the big reason why they would not play the game. And like I said, I didn't buy that game. It just kind of came with the console, and I was like, okay, well, I can at least try it out, right? And I played it with my brother because he decided to play the Miles missions, and I decided to play the Peter missions, and that's what we did. We tag teamed it. We played it together, essentially. So I probably actually played the game less than him, or not him, but like less than what I would have if I actually played it by myself. So I actually played it less than what I probably said. So yeah, I don't know. Let's move on here. So I don't know, where was I? Combo King, yeah, Craven felt more like a gladiator than a hunter, yeah. Tom, criticism is more fun than fake positive saying I love everything, yeah. Saya 235, do you think The Boys is similar to She-Hulk and how they call out toxic men? No, men are not toxic. Women are toxic. How about that? That's my answer. Tom, in the original script, MJ teaming up with Yuri, and after opening, no Craven involved at all. Yeah, I was wondering why. I was wondering where Yuri went. She just kind of disappeared during the symbiote invasion, besides the occasional showing up in a crime mission or whatever. Yuri was done poorly too. She was done awful. There's so many problems, man. And that was a side mission. Crown 1, Craven. So this Mysterio guy can use his powers to make everything look real and messed up in my mind. Nah. And all I get from Black Cat is that she's just a thief. Yup, she's worth for my hunt. And she's lesbian now, apparently. Don't forget that one, which is Marvel can suck the fattest pride cock in the world. Black Cat has never in her history ever been gay. Ever. She's never been gay. She has never been into her own gender. She has always been into Spider-Man, into Peter, into dudes, into men. I am so sick and tired of them doing this. They did this to Iceman, and now they're doing it to Black Cat. It makes no sense. And it's criminal, because it's like, it's so, like, stupid. It's the stupidest thing in the world. It doesn't make any sense. I almost wanted to quit right there and there, but I was fine because it's like she fucked off after that one mission. But I did have to start skipping cutscenes in New Game Plus mode because I was like, oh my god, skip. Yeah, no, yeah. Why is he hunting? That's the other thing. Why is he hunting other villains? What's the point? Like, if this was the real Kraven, he would have hunted for Spider-Man. He would have went straight to Peter because he's the prey. He's the one who put all these guys in jail. He's the one who has fought these guys on multiple occasions. And he has fought these guys even when they have teamed up against him and still lost. Kraven hunts he hunts the lion. He hunts the predator. He's the predator and he hunts the other predator. That's who Spider-Man is. And that, it sounds a little fucked up, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, Spider-Man's the big dog. He's the big hero of that city. He's the one that he would go after first. Kraven does not hunt down and hunt up. Kraven goes straight for the prey. He goes straight for the one he's going for, which is usually Spider-Man. That is a character flaw that was completely messed up. You want to know why? It's because they wanted to add some type of like drama, like, oh no, you killed Scorpion, you bastard. You know, it's like, as a matter of fact, it's not just Scorpion he kills. I think he killed Vulture. I think and Vulture had cancer. Killed him. I think he killed Shocker. Maybe. I don't remember. He killed a lot of them, actually. He killed a lot of that rogues gallery, which was like fucking unbelievable because he had no excuse to. It was, and then Kraven he just got like an army. He's got like an army of fucking hunters, and it's like, go fuck yourself. Seriously. They're just a faction for you to fight. It's the stupidest shit in the world. You know, when Spider-Man 3 made more sense when you were just fighting the lizards. Because it's like, okay, fine, I believe that. The lizard made more lizards. That's fine. And then Kraven's just the Kraven boss fight. That makes way more sense. Spider-Man 3 makes more sense than Marvel Spider-Man 2. Okay, I said it. And it's a fact. Fight lizards, then fight the same crappy human henchman who, oh, I got swords, Spider-Man. I got a robot dog, Spider-Man. What are you going to do? It's like, I'm going to break the robot in half, and then I'm going to web you up with your friend. And then I got the black suit on, so you're even more screwed, because then I'm going to hit you harder than I already would have. Proceed to run away anytime. Just, you know, like, it's like, come on. It's just, come on, man. Come on, man. You know the thing, man. Like, ugh. Say 235, even Miles from the anime movies is better than this game. Yeah, surprisingly, yeah. Tom and Harry was a little believable, then repeated situation with Doc Ock. Insomniac always repeated the same plot in MSM, Miles Morales, and MSM2 about friend of betrayal. Friend of betrayal, yeah. The friend always betrays you, yeah. I think they have a lot of problems. I think the people who make these games have a lot of problems, man. Like, you guys have very similar stories all the time about the friend betraying you. That's, were you not loved as a kid? Did your mother never love you? Or something? I don't know. You not have any friends in school? Or you did, but then you didn't? Crown 1 black suit and Spider-Man looks weak in the cutscenes. Yeah, he does. It's so stupid. Tom, anti-Venom suit, Spider-Man suit appeared like a Power Rangers. Yeah. The Power Rangers theme should have just started playing when Spider-Man got that suit. Might as well have. Saya235, even trolls on YouTube that are trashing this game is getting the benefit. These companies are embarrassing, yeah. I can't believe in this modern era of comic books they are disrespecting Spider-Man MJ. No, I mean, I believe it. It's just how far they're willing to go, and they have went pretty far. That's what sucks. They have went really, really far. Really, really far. And they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going until they feel like they have completely destroyed the characters. So that's what they're going to do. Tom, I'm assuming Marvel Spider-Man 3 will be repeated again about, dude, I need you to help me to create future until they are fighting each other. Yeah. Probably. Saya 235, even Jean Grey in 97, they did her justice and she's a redhead, yeah. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. I didn't watch the show yet. Crown 1. So the story is about getting rid of your addiction, but Peter get the anti-Venom suit that gives him the same ability as the black suit. Like, man, you gotta quit. You got to get that black suit off you, man. And it's like, then he gets a white suit. It's like, all right, nah, we're cool. Like, it's not black anymore. It's white. Okay, we're good. Like, and then the whole shit with Harry. Like, can't he just cure Harry's cancer because he's got an anti-Venom suit on? Anti-Venom can cure cancer. You guys know that, right? The anti-Venom in the books. He can cure cancer. The motherfucker can cure cancer. I'm assuming that he can do that with that suit too, but he's not going to try. He's just going to let his friend die in the hospital, and then he's going to be sad about it in the next game. Somebody's got to die. Tom, apparently the DLC will include gender swap, the Beetle, Carnage, and Spider-Verse plot. Well, they already got rid of the multiverse, the multiplayer game, which, honestly, let the kids have their Giat. Why not? I mean, I don't care. I mean, I probably wouldn't have ever played it, but maybe, I don't know, who knows, but we didn't really talk about that, did we? About the multiplayer, multiverse game that they were going to do. So, yeah, they were going to do that, which is, I don't care really, honestly, about that. Whatever, you want to make a multiplayer, multiverse Spider-Man game? I'm not surprised. I mean, kind of expected you to go that direction, honestly. But yeah. Tom, apparently the DLC will include... I already read that one. That's catching up with me, guys. Tom, thoughts on Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog? I gotta see him act, but I kind of think we all expected that for some reason, you know? And yes, they turned Venom into Darth Vader over turning MJ into Donna Dingo Scream. Yeah. Ugh, God. Hated that scene. I started screaming. I literally started screaming at the screen. I'm like, what are you talking about, you stupid bitch? You stupid, selfish, egotistical bitch. You and your fucking paper, you stupid hoe. Like, I just was going nuts. I was like, this is so stupid. D Epic Plays. Hey, Mike, do you remember me? It's Dakota. Hey, man, what's up? Yeah, I remember you. Tom, also, Yuriko and her suit Wrath is destroyed. And it turns out that Black Cat's Bye was brought the idea back in 2000s by Kevin Smith. Fuck Kevin Smith. After what he did to He-Man. Fuck Kevin Smith. That motherfucker has no fucking say. And years ago, you said Sergei Kravenov is not a hero or villain, just a guy challenged for a hunt. Yeah. Combo King, not sure what you thought of the concept of Harry hearing his mom's voice when he was hearing Venom, but how would you feel if Peter heard Aunt May's voice when he was wearing the symbiote? Why didn't he? You want to know another thing I don't like about this fucking game? So, in the scene where Mr. Negative and Miles go into Peter's mind for some reason, they kind of like end up going to where like they find him, but he's like crying over like Aunt May's basically the part in the first game in the doctor's room or whatever. And the reason why that part bothers me, we shouldn't be there. We should be at the grave. We should be at the graveyard of Aunt May and Uncle Ben. Because that is where he would really be in his mind. He would be at the graveyard of both of them. Because he blames himself because it starts with Uncle Ben. Of course he's upset about what happened to Aunt May, but it started with Uncle Ben. Therefore, we shouldn't have been in that scene there. We should have been at the graveyard with both of them then. Again, I'm the better writer at this point, and I don't write shit anymore. I used to write, actually. I haven't wrote for years, but I'm the better writer here than those people at this point. He should be at the graveyard of both of them. That's where you would find him in his mind, not the hospital with only Aunt May. Again, no. Like, just no. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. Tom, Vulture, Shocker, and Rhino in the hitting glitch. Yeah. It's stupid. It's so dumb. He has no reason to hunt them. No reason at all. Like, if they got in the way, sure. But they didn't even get in the way. They were he just goes for them. It doesn't make any sense. Tom, here's the fact. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is the same story except Web of Shadows and Spider-Man 3 plot. Okay. Same story as the first game. Oh, I guess, but the first game, because Aunt May died, which doesn't make it better, but I'm just saying there was actual risk and risk and reward and all that stuff, and there was actual consequences for his actions. It's almost like it's better when it's just Peter Parker's story. Almost like it's better when it's just his story, but Sweet Baby Inc. should have shut down permanently after dishonoring Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball creator. Yeah. I actually played a bunch of Dragon Ball, and I was playing Kakarot. I went ahead and bought the DLC. I didn't get it before because it was so expensive, and I was like, that's $20, $15, $20. That's a lot of money. It's like, all right, well, I'll do it as a respect thing, I guess. Why not? Play some Dragon Ball. Gotta honor the man. Did you hear about like the cartel like ceasing fire in Mexico when they found that news out? It was actually amazing. Like the death of Akira Toriyama, just peace in Mexico for like a day. It was actually incredible. Very incredible, actually. Very crazy. That actually happened, by the way. I'm not making that up. That's crazy. Tom, Spider-Man the Great Web was banned after the downfall of Gotham Knights game. Oh, they were trying to make a Spider-Man game? I don't believe you on that one, but just because I thought Sony was so in bed with Insomniac with Spider-Man, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Syed 235, what happens if Deadpool Wolverine fails? Well, then Marvel is doomed. Just straight up. Tom, I forgot. Keanu Reeves, Adam Driver, Brad Pitt, and John David Washington was considered auditioning to play Sergey in Kraven the Hunter movie. I can actually see Keanu Reeves. I can see it a little bit for Hunter, just a little bit. But I think that Hunter should be a big, bulky, agile guy. So there's also that. Tom, Angry Mike is returned. I'm still the same guy. Syed 235. Also, what are your thoughts about the Transformers 1 trailer? It's terrible. It's the worst fucking thing I've ever seen. I was so, man, it ruined my morning. That was my morning. I woke up, I was like, oh, the Transformers trailer. I watched it and I was like, oh my God, what a piece of shit. I'm gonna go play War for Cybertron again. Fuck this shit. I was so pissed. I was so angry. I actually recently I played I beat a Transformers game. I beat what was it called? Transformers. It's like a turn-based game. It's like, what was it, Earthspark? No, it wasn't Earthspark. It was it was a turn-based Transformers game essentially. And it was actually pretty good. It actually made me remind myself. It actually reminded me of what why I like that old cartoon show and those old just Transformers in general. I was like, oh man, I forgot how much I enjoyed. It was like the last good Transformers game I think we ever got too. It was that turn-based game. Yeah, it was good, very good. No, that Transformers 1 trailer, man. Even my brother was like, and he loves Transformers, and I was like, for him, I was like, fuck. Damn it, man. Like, okay, you're doing an origin story of Transformers before even Optimus Prime becomes Optimus Prime. It's Orion Pax, which is fine. The movie should be super political. I know that I was just saying that, politics is the reason why entertainment is, not doing well or whatever. True, but I'm not talking about real life politics. I'm talking about made up politics in your movies or your games. Transformers is a bit political especially in the beginning, like in the comics and stuff, because Megatron and Optimus, when they met each other, it was really different because they weren't enemies at first. They were friends, as a matter of fact. They just had different viewpoints of how to get the peace that they wanted. And, when I imagine a movie about Transformers before the war, I imagine a very more politically driven story and more of a, shaky over time relationship with Optimus and Megatron. And that's not what I see in this trailer. I see a bunch of made up bullshit that does not fucking matter. It's not at all how I would have done that at all. Like, it's just, or any Transformers fan, as a matter of fact. So yeah. Combo King, it's just that you I already read it. Okay, not talking to me. Saya 235, the speedster from Eternals, Mikura, her running scenes are way than the Flash. Okay. I don't know. Spell. Complete sentences, please. Tom, it's not Kevin Smith. It's just Cryboy Smith. Yeah. He is a cryboy now. It's really frustrating. And I used to like that guy, too. That's the worst part. And then He-Man, and I was like, fuck that guy. After I lost my old channel, I accidentally deleted my fan film script, so I guess have to finish around 2 years after I started in November 2022. Yeah, that sucks. Combo King, Kevin Smith was also the reason why the Thor sequels are comedic, since he wasn't a fan of the first two movies being serious. The first movie was amazing. It's exactly what I expected from a Thor movie. Actually, it was fantastic. The first Thor movie is probably really the Thor 1 is the best Thor movie. That's a fact. You cannot argue that with me. It's how it should be. Like, I liked Thor Ragnarok, but that's not really how he should be. You know, he should be more like how he is in the first movie. Crown One, remember when people say the Bayverse has the same plot, even the Four did something different, but they give Rise of the Beast a pass. Yeah. Combo King and Thor Ragnarok was originally going to be a serious movie. Yeah. Tom, the Spider-Man: The Great Web was the multiverse multiplayer game that got banned by Sony, mind you. Sony came in, they saw that, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we're shutting you down. We're multiplayer game. Ha! We're good." Even though I bet some people who actually thought it would have been interesting. Saya 235. It's because my last name is Ahmed as well, and I was never anyone named that. It's good to catch you like that. Okay, blah, blah, blah. What else we got? Okay, they're just talking. Okay. Okay. D-Epic Plays, I'm just happy you're not one of those people who say Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man. Miles Morales is not Spider-Man. I am one of those people. Miles Morales is not Spider-Man. That is a fact. He's not. He's not anywhere close. No. I don't know where you got that impression from that I'm not one of those people. I am one of those people. I don't say it all the time because I don't want to talk about the character, because I don't like the character. Crown One, what's your thoughts on TMT Mutants Mayhem? Is it the roguelike? Because I know there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game coming out that's a roguelike. That one I'm actually kind of interested in. The TMNT Mutants, the one that's a roguelike. The one that's a roguelike I'm interested in. I don't know if that's the same one or not. I haven't really been into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a long time, actually. It's been a long time since I, Tom, I would have preferred Marvel Spider-Man 2016. The graphics and swinging. Oh, God. Let's not talk about the swinging, because the swinging in Marvel Spider-Man are not good. Even test game footage looked awesome, especially the action combat. Yeah. The disinterest begins. Combo King, I did hear people praise the scene where Spider-Man was about to give the cure to Aunt May, decides against it at the last minute, unlike One More Day, where Peter sacrifices his future to save Aunt May. Yeah. It is because it's part of growing up too. It's like, look, you know, it's a hard decision. It was always going to be a hard decision because, I mean, remember, Aunt May in the game ended up having to give him some money because he got kicked out of his apartment. Like he, kind of needed her in that moment, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, when do you stop needing your parents or your aunts or uncles or anything like that? And that was a very grown up thing of him to do. There was not enough to make. There would not be enough to make more cures for more people if he did that. He made the right decision, but it did cost him someone he loved, and that was a very hard decision for him. A very grown up decision. People people appreciate that scene in that game because it's a very grown up decision. It is. It'd be hard for anybody. And the truth is, a lot of people probably could not do that. A lot of people could not sacrifice their loved ones to save, more the whole the majority of people, because the reality is a lot of people have a very negative perception on people. I have a very negative perception on people in my older age because, like I've been thinking about a story. I was thinking about a story. Like if I was still writing, I was like thinking about a story where, like, like you got this character and maybe he was a hero and then he became a villain because he realized that people were not worth fighting for because they are selfish and they are just bad. Just at the core, they're bad people. Like, the people he thinks are good are not bad people, or are not good people. And maybe later on in the story, maybe he comes across somebody who forces him to be the good guy again because he has to be. Otherwise, something bad will happen. And that's just like an idea I had for a story. But at the same time, I'm kind of thinking about myself because, like, I've seen way too many people who disregard nature, disregard animals, disregard, they don't care about them. They don't care about, like, they don't care. They have no heart. And you see way too many people who do that, and you're just like, man, why would I ever help anybody like that ever? You start justifying it in your head of, why would I ever help some piece of shit who just ran over this possum just because they didn't want to go the speed limit? Just because they didn't want to go the speed limit, because they wanted to go 60 in a 45. Because they needed to get home for some reason. Every fucking night. Only to roll up and see the dead animal that they just ran over. Because they're a piece of shit. Because they think they're so cool in their fucking shitty Mustang. Let me say this. I have a nice looking car. I'm not going 60 in a 45 just because I need to get home. I don't care if it's midnight. I'm not gonna smash into an animal or run something over because I need to get home. I will go slow because it's not the animal's fault that the animal ran into the road. The animal don't know what a road is. Plants, animals, nature, like humans have this bad habit of not taking care of their fucking planet. They don't care about the planet. So you start justifying in your head of, why the fuck do I care about these people then? Fuck humanity at that point. And it sucks. It sucks when you feel that way, because it's like, it just makes you start to have like more of a villain mentality. It gives you a villain mentality. And I feel like as I gotten older, I've gotten that mentality a bit, where it's like, fuck humanity. They don't care about nobody but themselves. The most selfish creatures in the face of this planet. Plants, they give oxygen. We cut them down. Like, again, most selfish creature in the world. I don't know. Put something around the road. Put something on the sides of the road. Put a fence or something. Or a wall, something. No? Okay. Well, then that's going to keep happening. Then again, they don't care. Crown one, I understand why people kill snakes in the middle of the road. Just leave that snake alone. Yeah. Just leave them alone. The worst are the ones who actually want to run it over. Just because. You know, I can't tell you the amount of people I've seen who own trucks, and you slightly tap their truck and they just freak out. They just freak out. And look, don't get me wrong, trucks they can cost you a good like $40,000. Okay, that's a high value truck, but it's like people are just babies and they can be the most selfish people this side of the Mississippi, man. And I'm telling you, like it really makes you when you see that a lot, it just makes you like get very, very like you just start to feel a certain way. You know, you start to feel a certain way, and your mindset changes, and you're. But here's the thing, and you know what? This is the part that sucks about me. I can't be the bad guy. No matter how much, like, no matter how much I can try. I can try to be a bad guy. I can't be a bad guy. I can't be a bad guy. I don't know how to be a bad guy. I can't be a bad guy. I have tried to be a bad guy, and let me tell you something. It bothers me. It bothers me to be the bad guy. I don't like being the bad guy. I like being the good guy. But every once in a while, I do have those moments when I do get all angry or all rageful, and I just want to smash heads together, but I know that's not the right thing to do. It's not the right thing to do unless it's necessary. And sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes there are people who do need to get punched in the mouth. I wanted to hunt that guy down because I from work. I was like, I'm going to find your fucking car. When I find you, I'm going to beat your fucking face in. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen, but it's like, that's how I felt that night. I've seen way too many dead animals on the side of my road. In the middle of my road. People are irresponsible. And they don't care. They just litter, they throw their shit on the ground. I've seen people throw shit out for the side of their car while they're driving down 60-mile highway. Just throw a water bottle out the side of your car at 60 miles per hour. What a smart idea. Again, and look, it's not everybody, you know, and that's the thing you tell yourself. It's like, it's not everybody, but it's like they're mixed in with the people who don't do that. And that's where it becomes a problem. And that's where it becomes hard, because it's like judging them as a whole versus the individual, right? You judge the whole, or do you judge the individual? And you should be judging the individual, not the whole. And I do judge the individual, but sometimes, you know, when your mind goes to a certain place, you start judging the whole, because you don't know how to really cope with it, right? But yeah, no, I don't know. I just that happened to me recently, and I was just, you know, not fun, not a fun feeling. Who said that, Boxer, about my weight? I've been going to the gym actually recently again, so I'm feeling a lot better. So I'll let you know when I start burning the weight off, just so you know. It's gonna take a while. It's not gonna be within like a week, you know. It's gonna take me a while, but I'll get back to where I was, and or better. I want to be better than what I was, so that's my goal. Side 235. Society has gotten worse in the past decade or two. It's just me or people were kind and have common sense before. Yeah. I honestly don't like talking about story life because the world we live in is seriously effed up. Yeah. Boxer, no, I said you lost weight. Oh, did I? No, I gained weight. I'm not even joking. I gained weight. I gained like 5 pounds. I gained like 5 pounds, I think. I was like 170 something, and then I was like 180. I was like, what the fuck happened? Oh yeah. All right. This is what the fuck happened. It's the soda's fault. All that sugar. That's the problem. Um I don't know. I mean, did they show off any new games? Ugh. I'm gonna get rid of these dating apps, man. I'm getting really sick of the dating apps, honestly. Keep bothering me. All they want you to do is swipe. It's the most ridiculous. It's the most. They're a business, so it's like it's the most con thing ever. You know. I don't know. Do we got anything or no? Alan Wake 2 DLC. Don't care. What else do we got? Nothing. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we'll have more later. I don't know. Tom. Every day I drink water to stay hydrated. Yeah, I do drink water. It's just sometimes I just Sayed 235. You should try Salam Cola. Yeah, is it better? I want off-brand Coca-Cola. All right, guys. I don't know. I mean, Sayed 235. People are trying to hype up the new Avengers films. Like, who cares? I don't even know if it's gonna be good. Yeah, it probably won't be, especially if it's that rumored all-female cast. So that would be a mistake. But yeah, I don't know. I think we're good. I think it's good solid hour 40. I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah. No. Recap. Venom Last Dance looks interesting. I think it looks interesting. My expectations are high though because they're trying to do like a you know invasion type thing like Web of Shadows, so I have high expectations for that regard. So we'll see what they do with that. I don't think we even talked about Batman, the Batman VR game. I got Roger Craig Smith coming back. Very, very happy to see him back. Yeah, no, that looks. It just sucks that it's a VR game, but Rocksteady needs to get shut down for what they did to Batman and the Suicide Squad game. The fact they had the balls to be like, we want after Suicide Squad game, we're like, we want to do another Batman game. I want to be like that Batman from the College Humor, like, guess what? You're fucking fired. Like, no, you're fired. Get out of here. Like, I should shut you down right now. Most ridiculous thing in the world. But yeah, no. And then, yeah, I went on a rant about Spider-Man 2. Of course. Of course I did. Maybe I'll bring that DLC to life with a rant. Then I can rant more. You see, that's the grift. That's how we grift, baby. We bitch that they put out more garbage to bitch about. Everybody wins. Except the people who don't want it bad, like me. I don't know. Guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with me. But yeah, no, the Superman thing. Yeah, they James Gunn needs to do something. He needs to really do something, because the fact that he's let that sit for as long as he has is really bad. But yeah, no. I mean, what are you gonna do? On the bright side, if the Superman and Lois show ends, at least it ends hopefully on a high note, so that we'll have something to go back to that was good. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, I'm waiting for a trailer still with the Superman thing. We're waiting on. We are always waiting on trailers, but I mean, like, I don't know. We'll see. I need to see Superman in action and what the story's going to be about and all that crap. I think it was supposed to be about Brainiac. I don't remember, but yeah, no, I don't know. That being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me. I'm going to probably chill out for tonight. Maybe start recording some stuff. I gotta record. I got It's kind of through this doing it on Saturday kind of threw me off, because I always need time for, like, you know, recording, because I usually, like, if I do like Fridays, I do like podcast Friday. That way Saturday I can do like recording, and then Sunday I can just relax. That's usually the schedule I like to do. But we'll see. I plan on doing. I want to do 4 videos. I got 4 videos planned for you guys. We'll see how you guys like them. They're gonna be a little different, but you know, I don't know. With that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.